Now, let's turn our attention to France. It's become the first country in the world to enshrine the right to abortion in its constitution. A special joint sitting of both houses of the French Parliament voted for the amendment. Polls show around 85% of the public supported the reform. Well, let's speak now to Stéphanie Hennet-Vachès, who is a law professor at Paris-Nanterre University. Stéphanie, so good to talk to you. Talk to me a little bit about what this means now for France going forward.
Well, I think it's a very important step, first of all, because it was really passed this evening by a very important margin of 780 votes in the special joint session. And what it means is really that the French members of parliament wanted to react, of course, to the Dobbs decision, which was delivered by the Supreme Court of the United States in June of 2022. And there was a huge shockwave throughout the world after that decision. And the idea in France was really to say that we really wanted to prevent any kind of change in the political atmosphere around abortion rights. And we really wanted to secure the equilibrium that is the result of 50 years of legislation in France and sort of lock it into the Constitution.
Tell me a little bit about the kind of attitude in France towards this, because 85% support is very high, isn't it? Considering there is an element of, right-wing politics in France. There's, of course, the Catholic Church.
Yeah, of course. Well, in fact, the extreme right party, the Rassemblement National of Marine Le Pen, really counts among the is really the one party whose members didn't really support the amendment. But it's true that there is a very broad consensus, and this has been really the result of 50 years of progressive incremental legislative changes. And it's also important to note that, unlike in other countries and most remarkably in the United States, abortion issues have not really been framed in terms of conflicts of individual rights in France, but they've really been incorporated as a service of public health. It's really a public health paradigm that has probably secured the situation where we're at, which is one that is much less polarized than in many other countries.
OK, Stéphanie, thank you very much indeed for joining us here on The World Today.
Welcome.